been fixing up my Subaru Forester GT to get ready for a motorsport hill climb competition. After some small setbacks, the body kit was ready to be installed with the final pieces to the puzzle. And just in time, my car is looking and driving just how I wanted it to. So we're down here at the Vinyl Touch, and I've been waiting for this day for quite a long time, as you guys have. Subaru Forester GT is now complete, now been tuned, now been properly checked over to make sure my work is correct. And I think it couldn't come at a better time. There's a hill climb on this Sunday at Collingrove, and the Subaru has been entered. I was super worried I wasn't going to make this day, and I did push it back a little bit, but we've had a lot of hurdles at the start of the year. The main thing is just waiting for the body kit to be painted. And once the body kit was on, the car did go down to S&J Automotive. They're a Subaru specialist here in Adelaide, and they're fantastic at what they do. And from the figures, the car made 169 kilowatts, I believe it was, which is, I think it's 10 more than I had before. Now all there is to do now is give the car a quick prep over, head to Collingrove this Sunday, and give this car its first run at the hill climb circuit, which I've been waiting for months. Old versus new, $40 for that, just to replace one of those. Hill climb is on tomorrow, so let's run through the basics of what you should have if you're gonna do a hill climb. You don't need everything you get at a track day, but the more the better. First of all, some cleaning supplies, very basic, wax and dry, just so you keep your car tidy. Not very essential, but I always bring brake fluid. You just never know when you're gonna need it. If you need to bleed your brakes, always good to do it. Oil and coolant, for God's sake, just please bring it. And probably even more important is this, tire pressure gauge. You wanna check your pressures, you wanna make sure they're at a good level. 70 to 80 bucks for a good tire pressure gauge does come as a good investment. But if you deflate your tires, you also wanna inflate them. So I've got a Ryobi inflator. If I'm gonna be running at 26, 27 PSI cold, as a road pressure, not ideal. It's always good to pump them up after the event. I almost forgot as well, very essential, bring a chair. You can be sitting around for long periods of time, so a chair always goes a long way to sit and tan in the sun. Welcome to Collingrove Hillclimb. So we're here today, and the road car Subaru has made it out, hour-and-a-half drive up to the Barossa in a beautiful place. It's a mix of cars. You've got open wheelers, you've got road cars, you've got track cars, you've got race cars. So I fit into the road car class, and in my class I've got 2 Golf Rs and another Subaru, so in the 2-litre turbo class you could call it. After getting to the event, we sign on, get our wristband, listen to driver's briefing, and do a couple quick checkovers to make sure the car's ready for its first run. I don't think I'm going to beat these Golf Rs in my group. They're all-wheel drive, way more power, and paddle shift, so I'll do my best, but I don't know if I'm coming away with a trophy today. Now this is the first run of the day, getting the gearing correct, figuring the track out. So a little bit slow, but at least we could see what the car could do. Whoa! Whoa! That's tight. Turn it in, I should be in first gear. Okay, that was shocking for me. But that's my first run done. Really good front grip on this thing, by the way. That white line front sway bar we installed is useful, but there's way more in that. And my gearing, I went to 3rd gear at the start of that hill, which was probably really stupid of me. I should have stayed in 2nd. These cars do have a lower ratio gearbox compared to the WRX of the era, so 1st gear is very short, but we did it. I did a 44.6, which is slow. Very slow, and that was a time session as well. I thought it was practice, so a little bit shit.
Now look, what I say to people, if you haven't been here much, like the first milestone to crack is 40 seconds. I'll be honest, the first time I came here in the GDR, I got under 40 seconds by the end of the day, and I was stoked. Now if I went back and looked at it, even in Excel, I'd probably burn the car, right? But it's a technical course, so it takes a bit to get your head around it. But you would have been fresh. You're an early riser, aren't you?
I know, right? Wake up!
Thank you, Daniel Ricciardo. See you, mate.
think that would have been better than my proper second run. My fucking camera's in the back, I forgot to take it out. That just went flying. Woo! That was good. By this time, I'd figured the track out, the gearing, and the car was on edge. For a big family wagon, it drove pretty damn good. If I get a 39.9, I'll be happy. I want to also apologise. I know my driving ain't perfect. I can definitely use a bit more track, even though it's so skinny. But I think it was okay. I did a 39.5, so half a second quicker once again, and I'm happy with that. There is so much more in it. There always is. We might get a bit lower. We've got one more session to go after this, so see what we can do. But it just goes to show how much you can improve from the start of the day. And if you've got very little experience in motorsport and going on track, you're going to learn no matter what every single session you go out. I'm still learning to this day. Well guys, last one for the day. Good launch. Second gear's not good around here. If that wasn't a 39 flat, I don't know what is, because that was the perfect launch off the line. Well, almost perfect. If that's how we're going to end the day, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, it was a 39.59, so practically the exact same as our last run. But I'm done for the day. Until next time, the Subaru's done really well, and I'm just so happy we got to this point. Thanks, everyone.